Hello everyone, this is Terry from EB China. Welcome to our today's live show.
Hello everyone, this is Stephen from eBay China.
Okay, next we are going to show our the new concept of the fine crushing and grinding technology in cement and mini industries. Okay, let's start. Based on the theory of four-year system engineering, this paper expounds the comprehensive application of science and technology in fine crushing and grinding process, and puts forward a new concept of cement and mine crushing and grinding technology through the analysis of the working conditions and operation of each working part of the formula. Okay, let's welcome my colleague Steven.
Yeah. Swimming and many industries are the basic industries in the national economy. We have the characteristics. We have the characteristics of the sustainability, large and high energy consumption. Therefore, high efficiency and low consumption are permanent topics in the cement and the mining industries. Throughout the domestic and foreign markets, there are large ups and downs and price manage and the goal of the enterprise competition is price and cost. Therefore, technological upgrading and equipment optimization should be the top priority of the enterprise development.
Crushing and grinding production lines are widely used in the production of mining, cement, electrical power, chemical industry, building materials, and other industries. It plays pivotal and fundamental role in the traditional industry, and it is also the main link for mining, cement, and other enterprises to improve efficiency and reduce consumption. Minerals such as gold, silver, copper, iron, and tin are mined. They need to go through primary crushing, medium crushing, fine crushing, and then through grinding process to select fine or powder. Every year, nearly 2.4 billion tons of cement, raw materials, and cements are crushed and ground, and the processing capacity of crushing and grinding process exceeds 6 billion tons. About 1.7 billion tons of coal used in coal-fired power plants must be crushed before it is injected into the bores for combustion and power generation.
In 2019, China produced 9.96 million tons of the steel, based on the average high content of 30% of 3.3 billion tons of iron ore need to be crushed and ground every year. Copper, gold, and other materials have a simple reducing process. The gravel and the sand used in the reactor should be broken and finally broken before it can be applied to all kinds of construction projects.
these are some statistics of current crushing and grinding process. First, ball mill is called a fancy machine. In fact, there is a misunderstanding. People do not really understand the ball mill. There is a device machine in the grinding process. The ball mill has been around for more than 100 years. Over the past 100 years, great changes have taken place in the grinding process. The feeding particle size of the ball mill has changed from about 200 millimeters in simple production to about 1 millimeters in modern mass production.
Crushing and grinding production is mainly semiconductor production and and its power consumption accounts for nearly 70% of the entire production process. Therefore, the improvement of the crushing and grinding production process is the main goal of the enterprise to achieve energy saving, consumption, reduce weight, and efficiency improvement.
The significance of the new conceptual process establish the working state of the ball mill under the new material condition. Effectively combined with the roller press, vertical mill and other medium and fine crushing processes improve the output, reduce energy consumption, improve the particle flow, with the particle structure and obtain the optimal performance of cement and significantly improve the efficient yield.
We put forward the ball mill system engineering theory, and according to the system engineering theory, the ball mill began to test in making changes. Design and launch the cell inking plant and the material management. To increase output and reduce consumption, the preparation of ceramic is only about 47% of the steel, which can reduce the weight of the inking plant by more than 50%. Improve the efficiency of ball mill and reduce the energy consumption of the ball mill. Mills have extremely high well resistance, greatly reducing the running cost and the maintenance weight of the ball mill.
Next is the significance of the new conceptual process. First, establishing the work state of the ball mills under the new material condition. Effectively combining it with the roller press increases the output, reducing energy consumption, improving particle shape, optimizing the particle structure, striving for the highest strength of cement.
Reduces 90% of the load of the mill barrel, which not only reduces the manufacturing cost and the accessories of the ball mill, increases the strength of the barrel or iron, but also eliminates the phenomenon of the leakage of the powder and material, and greatly improves the working environment of workers.
Our new concept grinding process has been used only on cement mills with diameters of 3.8 meters and 4.2 meters. Ceramic lining plate is used in industrial application with metal grinding ball, cement mill with diameter of 3.8 meters.
In the ceramic mill with a dimension of 4.23 meters, the output of the 42.5 and ceramic stands is as high as 290 tons. The power consumption is about 24 degrees per ton. The output is about 230 tons, and the power consumption is about 13 degrees per ton. When the traditional design is used in the same type of the pile stand, the ceramic or pile leaning rod has been used in ceramic factory for more than 16 months. It has been inspected by the master, and the design is mature and stable, and the well-resisting performance is extremely ideal, which determines the environment direction of the ball mill. Leaning broad in the future is an approximately cheaper type.
In industrial textile, 3.8 take 13 meters diameter cement mill, single beam mill composed of combined self-cementing bolt 3 layer has been successfully run for 7 years. Compared with the traditional mill, output has been increased by 30%. The power consumption per ton is about 25 degrees. And more importantly, the survival life of wear resistance material has been increased by more than 50%.
In conclusion, the new concept of cracking and grinding and merging can increase the output of the ball mill by more than 3 and save about electricity and extends the life of wear-resistant materials by more than 50%.
Under the new working conditions, the work tasks of existing ball mills have undergone a fundamental change. It is necessary to fully study the ball mills and use comprehensive technology to improve the effective power of the ball mills.
The ball handling ceramic mills is of no critical significance. Only the ball with uniform ball handling must be counter has the great grinding ability.
A single chamber mill composed of a variety of layers with different surface shapes can greatly increase the output of the mill and greatly reduce the power consumption.
Excellent, well-resistant materials are the basis of the new concept of the crashing and grinding technology.
In the ball mill system engineering theory, ceramic liners and metal cores will be the best combination that can effectively reduce X-variant chromium pollution.
In the new concept of the ball mill system, whether whether it is heat or mild, whether it is dry or wet grades, we do not hesitate to recommend similar liquors.
That's all my speech about our concept of the minor book. Thank you for watching.
Okay, this is John. Now I will introduce our heat resistance steel parts and our program. And usually we need the drawings side interior and quality to quote price. And about our heat resistance steel parts, we have reached expert in decision and production about the heat resistance steel parts and our standard per law GBT 4878 and DIN 17440 and DIN 1722. Also, we have ASI, ASTM, GIS, and DS study. And about our material and system. This is our treatment theory, and then the first list is our GBT grade study, and we also have the ASTM 297 and GIS. We would like to we have very maturity and computer maturity. Usually in GB 4, the G40 or 125 equal talents. And then also in the DI study 1.4848. And sometimes we also call them ASTM 297 HK. Anyways, and sometimes we also call them SH21 material, and that includes 25 chrome and 30 nickels, and this material often used in less than 100,000. And another most popular material is 1.4849, like this list. And also in the DT14 chrome 9 and nickel 38. and that including the vehicles and the facility. And this security is used by thousands and 20,000 often to make our basket, the treatment basket, and our heat treatment trace. And sometimes we use this material to make some tubes. And for our another material is 2.4 line. And this material we can use the solids or the solids 200 solids. And about our children field production programs. And one is our investment casting programs. Sometimes we also call them loss casting programs and or mistaken casting programs. These programs to make some high quality casting parts and size is not very fair and make some heat treatment trays and heat treatment basket. Also some other pipes like steel bars and second computer programs is set casting programs that to make some bigger parts and like some bigger trays. The long side and the wide side is more than 150 1,500 and the high side is more than 200 millimeters. And another program is simple casting programs. It's programs ready to make some mini tubes, ruler tubes, pipes, and some small rooms. And we also have the PC casting programs, welding programs, and we also do machine programs, heat treatment programs. And usually they can production and per drawings and about our heat treatment parts. There is treatment trays. Like these pictures, we use the lossless cutting programs, and we also call them in the reverse cutting programs. Like the first picture, this is a road precision casting long trays, and the OD side is about 906 millimeters, and the high side is 2 inch and 15.5 millimeters. And the second picture is when a stable rubber trace. Like this picture, that including a party pipe. And we also use the lossless cutting programs and the cube in 1.549. That means this material including 19 Cobalt and 13.8 nickels. And another trace like this. This trace side is 600 and the right side also is 600. High side is about 40 millimeters. And we also have some very popular size, including the 900 and 600 and 14 millimeters trace, and also have the 600 long side and the right side is 400 millimeters. The treatment trace. And like the last picture, this picture is for a sample big trace. And the red trace is 600 and the right side also is 600. Then we use the boat to assemble them. We can get this trace. Total long side is 1,200. And we also have a small symbol about the treatment trace like this. Also use the investment casting programs, and this material is 1.565. That is near to the 1.549. Like this, and this trace, the long side and right side is 400, and the high side is about 10 millimeters. And we do some math in this trace, including the material and his number and the drawing's number. And now we will introduce our treatment basket like this picture. This treatment basket we also use the university cutting programs, and like the first picture, this is a sample treatment basket, and the long side is about 600, and the right side also is 420, and the high side is 396. So this sample treatment that should use the 600 and 400, and the long high side also is 400. And another popular treatment trace like this. This picture also is very popular. The long side is 900 millimeters, and the right side is 600 millimeters. High side H is from 19 millimeters to and also has 110 millimeters and 150 millimeters, 230 millimeters, and more high side. And another pictures. our part 3 is our treatment tubes. Like this picture, this is a tube. And that is including two single frame casting on tube on pipe, and also including those casting programs Cobalt, and also have a small flange and six or 8 bolts, like this picture. And this part we put 2 bolts for it, 7-9 cherry. Then put this. With the tube we can use the result down to your results, and the single finger casting progress to make the windows tube. And then have the many types like the W type, I type, P type, double T, or more type. Like this picture, this is I type, and then have tubes, single finger casting tubes, and flange, and then we do welding to assemble that. Another picture, and this is our heat treatment furniture like this. That is including 2 shafts and 1 tubes, like this picture, and we do single finger casting progress to make the middle tubes, and to use the forging progress to make the 2 shaft, and then we use the welding progress to assemble them, and then we do shape like these pictures. This is a small side, the OD side only is 10 millimeters, and the ID side is about 18 millimeters, and the long side is about 1,200 millimeters, like this. And we also have some other types like this. This is our machine with the tubes. That means the machine for start to finish. And another with the tube from the ruler, we load to any machine like this. Start casting, start to finish. And we also have some other production. We can use some pictures like this. And our central casting pipes. The first one is the casting, and second is our CNC machine, and our finish machine to finish. And another pipe like this. Okay. And if you have any inquiry about heat resistance steel, or about our sand casting, investment casting progress, central casting progress, or forging, welding, CNC machine, or more information, please follow us and send us your inquiry information. Thank you. Okay, welcome.
Hello everyone, this is Winner from EB China. You know our company EB China specializes in producing and selling all kinds of metal powders. And today I want to introduce 4 different metal powders. The first one is nickel powder. The second one is aluminum powder. The third one is copper powder. The last one is cobalt powder. And if you are interested in these metal powders, you can email us, and for our live show, we can offer you more information. Okay, let's begin. The first part is nickel powders. In this page, I want to introduce some basic information about nickel powder. On the left side, you can see there is a picture of nickel powder. The color of nickel powder is gray. And on the right side, I want to introduce the material of nickel powder. Metal pigment with magnetic nickel as a main component, including nickel powder and flat nickel powder. Nickel powder is distilled and purified. The flat nickel powder is made of high nickel powder in the presence of a simple lubricant and liquid media. It's brought with a simple in ammonia to form a flat nickel silver systems. And next, I want to introduce the feature of nickel powder. We just talked about that the color of nickel powder is green, and nickel powder is easy to oxidize in moist air. And next part, I want to introduce the uses of nickel powder. Nickel powder can be used to prepare non-ferrous alloys, high temperature resistant, anti-oxidation materials, magnetic materials, and nickel powder can also be used as a hydrogenation catalyst for chemical reactions. And next, I will introduce the package of EB nickel powder. EB nickel powder will be packed with protective bags, lined plastic bags, cloth bags, and iron drums. And some pictures are shown in this page. You can see the color of nickel powder is gray. And the last of two pictures show us a package of EB nickel powders. EB nickel powders will be packed with protective bags, lined plastic bags, and iron drums. So you don't have to worry about whether the package will be broken during the shipment. We have a well-done after-sale system, and we will solve the problem. And this is a test of EB nickel powders. In this test report, you can see the actual standard of EB nickel powders. The nickel content is 99.77%. The carbon content is 0.09%. The oxygen content is 0.13%. The sulfur content is 0.001%. The cobalt content is 0.001%. The furan content is 0.001%. So you don't have to worry about the quality because we will show you a test report before the shipment. Okay, that's all about nickel powder. If you want more, you can email us, and for our live show, we can offer you information. And the next part is aluminum powder. On the first page, there is a picture of aluminum powder. You can see the color of aluminum powder is silver white, And on the right side, there is some basic information about alumina powder. Aluminium powder, commonly known as silver powder, that is silver metallic pigment. A small amount of lubricant is added to pure alumina foil, crushed into scattered powder, and then polished. And next, I want to introduce some features of alumina powder. We just mentioned that the color of alumina powder is silver white. And next, I will introduce the uses of alumina powder. Aluminum powder can be used in paints, inks, and fibers. And last part, I will talk about the package of aluminum powder. EB aluminum powder will be packed with protective guides, lined plastic bags, cloth bags, and iron drops. Some pictures about aluminum powder are shown in this page. You can see the color of aluminum powder is silver white. And last two pictures is about the EB package. EB aluminum powder will be packed with protective guides, lined plastic bags, and iron drums. And there is a test report of aluminum powder in this page. You can see the actual standard of EB aluminum powder. You can see the aluminum content is 99.9%. So it shows that EB China can offer you the aluminum powder with high qualities and excellent prices. And the third part is cobalt powder. According to this chart, you can see the cobalt powder is divided into two different parts. The first one is pure cobalt powder, the second one is cobalt alloy powder. The difference is that the cobalt alloy powder contains 40% zinc, and it causes that the cobalt powder and pure cobalt powder have different color. In this page, you can see the cobalt alloy powder is yellow, the pure cobalt powder is red. And next, I want to introduce the production process of cobalt powder. The production process of cobalt powder is divided into the electrolytic method, atomization method, and reduction method. Now, the most used method is atomization. In this page, I want to talk about the uses of cobalt powder. Cobalt powder is widely used in powder metallurgy, diamond tools, sealing materials, electrical cobalt powder heating conducting materials, welding materials, super hot materials, friction materials, pharmaceutical and chemical industries. And next, I want to introduce the package of EB cobalt powder. EB cobalt powder will be packed with protective guides, lined plastic bags, cloth bags, and iron drums. There is a comparison between the pure cobalt powder and the cobalt alloy powder. You can see the color of pure cobalt powder is red, and the cobalt alloy powder is yellow. There is a test report of cobalt powder. You can see the cobalt content of pure cobalt powder and cobalt alloy powder is different. The cobalt content of pure cobalt powder is 99.9%, but the cobalt alloy powder is 30.2%. The first chart is an analyzed result of pure cobalt powder. The cobalt content is 99.9%, The ferrite content is 0.018%. The cobalt powder is zero. The cobalt content is 0.04%. The nickel content is 0.005%. The zinc content is 0.001%. The manganese content is 0.003%. The cobalt content is 0.002%. The zinc content is 0.001%. The alumina is 0.004. The second chart is the analyzed result of copper alloy powder. The first one is the copper content is 60.02%. The second one is zinc content, which is 39.83%. The ferrite content is 0.04%. The nickel content is 0.005%. The zinc content is 0.001%. The alumina content is 0.003%. So if you are interested in nickel powder, alumina powder, and copper powder, welcome to email us and follow our live show. Welcome to send your inquiry to our Alibaba International. The last part is cobalt powder. On the left side, there is a photo of cobalt powder. As you can see, the color of cobalt powder is gray. And on the right side, there is some basic information about cobalt powder. The raw materials for the production of cobalt powder is cobalt oxalate. And next, I want to introduce the application of cobalt powder. Cobalt powder can be used as metallurgical products such as cemented carbide, diamond tools, high-temperature alloys, magnetic materials, and chemical products such as rechargeable batteries, industrial blasting agents, rocket fuel, and medicine. The last one is about the package of EB cobalt powder. The package of EB cobalt powder will be packed with iron drums or plastic bags. In this page, some pictures about cobalt powder are shown. The upper picture shows us the package of cobalt. Show us the color of cobalt powder. The color of cobalt powder we just mentioned is gray. And the last three pictures show us about the package of EB cobalt powder. EB cobalt powder will be packed with plastic bags and iron drums. This is a size comparison table of powders. According to this chart, you can see EB China can produce and sell the metal powders in different specifications. So if you are interested in the metal powders in different specifications, welcome to email us. We can offer you more information. And EB China also can produce other metal powders. As you can see, the first one is manganese powder, the second one is titanium powder, the third one is iron powder, the last one is germanium powder. The first one is magnesium powder, the second one is chrome powder, the last one is zinc powder. So if you are interested in these metal powders, welcome to email us and we can call you the best prices. We do hope to cooperate with you in 2022. And thanks for watching and welcome to send your inquiry to our Alibaba International. Thank you.